Evening all. Sorry guys, hold on a sec. Bit of a technical difficulty there, guys. Welcome to Instant Spurs. Well, yeah, had to come on. I've done a couple of videos since yesterday, but nothing better than coming on and actually having a chat online, especially with the two Marks and anybody who joins us in the chat tonight. Yeah. So, guys, welcome. Evening, Sheriff. Evening, Cookie. How are you two tonight?
All right, man. All right. Another day, same old Spurs. Constant letdown. I don't care anymore. Honestly, I don't care.
Well, it's a broken man. He said,
I am broken.
Sheriff is not a happy man. He nearly didn't come on. So look, big up to coming on, Sheriff, man. Fair play to you, mate. You can let out some frustrations tonight. And Cookie, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I don't like nicking people's terminologies about Spurs, but big up, Danny. Same Spurs, different day. Sorry, I couldn't think of nothing else to say. And he says it so often, it just, when it pops in your head. And I'm like, I don't know what else to say, man. I'm flabbergasted that it, got so far this morning or yesterday, and then just all went tits up, mate, didn't it? Do you know what I mean? So I'm sure we'll get into it, Dan. Yeah, disappointed. I'm fine, no. Like you said before the show started in the back room, we just have to move on, man. We just have to move on. It's gone. He's gone to the scum, and what can we do about it? Get bantered for however long now again. So, thanks, Daniel. You twat.
Yeah. Not you, Dan. I think he means the other one.
No, not you, Dan. Not you. I know. Not the Danalist or Danny, by the way. The geezer in the boardroom. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, it's all right, man. It's all right. Look, we need to come on and talk about what's happened, and we'll do that. I'm going to pin the link in the chat if anyone wants to jump on and join us throughout the show. By all means, come on, have a rant, give us your thoughts. I think it's just the kind of time for people to speak up and tell us how you feel. And yeah, people in the chat, big up. Just come on. What we're going to do tonight? Well, we're going to get it out of our system. Yeah, we're going to speak about what's happened, how we're feeling, and then we're going to look at like the title of the show says, as Eze's gone, how do we refocus? Yeah, how do we refocus on the season? Because the football's not going anywhere. Massive game Saturday. And it's just about kind of managing those feelings of anger, frustration. And we're going to get into it, guys. A lot to talk about. So thank you for everyone who's joined us. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. And please subscribe to the two Marks. Their link is in the chat. Let me just bring it up. Please go over to them and give them a sub as well. That'd be much appreciated. Let's see who's here in the chat. Is there anyone here? I know there's a lot of shows going on tonight, so let's see who's here. So we have Charity Shop of the Pops. Bring back Martin Yole. Okay. Yeah. You're not a fan of Frank then? Give us a bit more information. And then also you say, get Wizzer instead. There's an option there. If we want him, if Spurs were serious, then go and grab him.
I think his heart's set on Newcastle though, isn't it?
Look, who knows what goes on anymore with these transfers, heart set on, you pay the money, you go and get the player, give him a good salary. Mm-hmm. I'm sure a player like Wizard will come to Spurs, right? We're in the Champions League, playing under Frank. And then, why wouldn't you come? Spurs were serious, they go and get him. We don't know who's on their list. We have no idea. But
I'll tell you exactly who's on the list.
Oh, well, you tell us in a bit. You do tell us in a bit. Let's see who else is in the chat. Gus, evening to you. Evening chats. The purge begins. So this is what it's been. It's been a complete meltdown since yesterday.
Gus.
Yeah,
complete and absolute meltdown with the fan base, and it's all Levy out, Enoch out. Yeah, it's wild, proper wild. What impacts of Eze going to Arsenal has caused mayhem. absolute mayhem, anger, frustration. People just don't care anymore. Like, yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. But look, hopefully this evening we'll kind of get somewhere with it all, and hopefully the stream and people watching, and to Mark, so we can, I don't like using that word therapy, but yeah, just basically giving your thoughts out on the club and what must change, and what must happen next. So yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Nige is in the chat. Big up, Nige. 3 of my absolute faves watching for now, as I've got the little one up. Big up, Nige. Hope you're good, man.
Big up, mate.
Charity Shop of the Pops, 2 bids from Eze rejected. From Newcastle rejected. God, yeah, I've got Eze on the mind. It's shocking, isn't it? Yodo67, evening to you. Evening panel in chat, like you said a few weeks ago, Dan, until the players holding up the Spurs shirt, here we go. Exactly. This is why I was so cautious with these transfers. I didn't go all in. I did not. I always said, let's see if we get them over the line. Yeah. I've always said that. I've never been convinced, especially after Morgan Gibbs-White, especially I know how Spurs behave in the transfer market. So look, yeah, I'm going to let you guys go first, actually, and tell me, who wants to go first? Sheriff, Cookie?
Yeah,
just go for it, man. Just
let Sheriff. Cause I know he's been fuming all day, mate. So, and I know he hasn't really had a chance to say his piece in front of the people. I had my little go. I'm sure I've got plenty more to say, but let Sheriff get it off his chest, man, because he's been a right moody, you know what I mean, in the WhatsApps today. So come on, man, spit it out.
I said this ages ago. When, hang on, I'll point the right way, when my friend here, the boss, was sending me all the links, I said, we'll get none of them. This was Morgan Gibbs-White, Eze, whoever else we've been linked with. I said, we'll get none of them. Oh, well, we got to do a show. We got to report on us. Yes, fine, we'll do a show, but don't be surprised if we don't get none of them. This is exactly how Levy operates. I'll say my piece. I know exactly who's coming in now. The young Leicester lad, El Canoose, and Tyler Diblin. Again, cheap, ones for the future, not proven, not ready. This is all we do now. Eze was in the palm of our hands. And it's funny how we were talking to him for 2 weeks? At least 2 weeks we were talking to him. Arsenal go in and get it done in 12 hours. By offering the correct money with the add-ons, bonuses, whatever you want to call it, and they get it done. That's how a big club acts. You want something, bang, done. We don't do that. Whenever Levy goes into or whoever goes into the discussions, there's always got to be a winner and a loser. There's always got to be Levy walking out, champion of the world, look how I pulled your pants down. Instead of going in, shaking hands, meeting in the middle, so both sides feel they've had a good deal. No. I guarantee you, Tyler Diblin will be a Tottenham player. So that's the sort of thing we do now. What was the point of building the ground? You remember when that ground was being constructed? They said, this is the game changer. This will help us compete.
Yes, my friends.
This will help us compete with the top teams. We'll pay the wages.
Hold on, everything's loaded.
Fucking hell. We'll pay the wages.
Hello, my friends. How you guys been?
Yeah, all right, man.
Evening. Right. Well, evening, TJ.
Yeah,
didn't I tell you we wasn't going to sign them players?
I was just in the middle of that, mate, before you cut me off.
TJ.
Yes.
TJ. Mark's just jumped on. Yeah, we've just started the show, and Mark's he hasn't spoken. He hasn't spoken on YouTube since it all happened, so he's letting rip.
Sorry about that, Mark. I didn't mean to cut you out. Sorry about that. Carry on.
When this stadium was being constructed, we were told it's the game changer. It's going to take us to the next level, pay the wages, get the best players in that we can. We have seen none of it. Absolutely none of it. The wages at the club have been halved. When you think Harry Kane, 200 grand, Sonny, 200 grand, Lloris, up round that way, Højbjerg, a lot of money. It was the crap winger we had that we sent back. You said it earlier, Matt. I still can't remember his name. The one we sent back to Germany.
Oh,
Werner, Perisic. All the top earners have gone. Now we got a load of kids on what, 50 grand a week? 50 to 80 grand a week. You know, it's an absolute joke, this club. I've given up. I don't give a shit about the football anymore. I don't give a shit about the football. It is what it is. If you expect nothing, if something happens, it's a surprise and it's a bonus. I will never stop supporting this club because it's my club and I have done for 50 odd years. But I don't care about them anymore. They can kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. You're not the only one who feels like this, man. Look, it's strong words. Strong words. And do you think, Sheriff, it's the whole thing because he's gone to Arsenal was tipped you over the edge?
That's going to Arsenal is a bigger kick in the bollocks. Yes, it's a bigger kick in the dangly bits, but it doesn't matter where he went. If we'd have truly wanted him, he'd have been ours by now. 2 weeks at least we're pissing about talking to him. Arsenal get it done in what? 12 hours maximum. And it's done. It's done. This is how big clubs act. We're meant to be a big club. Meant to be. I said meant to be. Allegedly a big club. But we act like a non-league club, man, when it comes to signings. You know, there's no urgency. And I guarantee you now, what we got 10 days left, it'd be a load of panic buys at the end. A load of youngsters, they might be good in 5 years. Oh, look, they're only on 40 grand a week, that'll do. Happy days. There's more money in the pockets for Enoch and Levy. I'm done with it. Absolutely done with it. If we get stuffed on Saturday, I couldn't care less. If we win, I don't care less either. Done with it. Absolutely done with it.
It's crazy, man. Crazy stuff. Look, I know things are awful, Sheriff, but you know, we'll get into it. We'll get into it later. Let's hear from Cookie. Let's say actually a few hellos to the chat. I haven't said hello to yet. Kevin, evening to you, man. Thank you for being here.
Big up, mate.
Razzle Dazzle, evening to you,
man.
man.
Here he is.
God, I really hope Diblin is not the new signing. Look, we're going to talk about that.
Written in the stars.
Just Anita's here as well. Evening, Nita. Tottenham Hotspur have more history than Enoch and Levy will ever have.
Yeah.
Very true. Very good. Very good. I like that. And big up to FC Benny. Just got to wait for the hotels to be finished and then we can start cooking. He. Oh dear. Oh, it's Paul's here as well. Evening, Paul, mate. How you doing? Like, okay, Cookie, over to you, mate. Your turn to let your feelings be made clear tonight.
We'll just go on what Mark said earlier. You know, yeah, everything he said's true. We have our own show. So when stuff comes through on the wires by people that I think are sending over maybe a reputable story, but Mark will tell you at the same time, I might send him something and put on the bottom, I don't believe this for a minute.
Yeah, exactly, mate. I'm sorry, I should have put that in.
Now, what I will say is, I'll be as diplomatic as I can be. Tottenham for 25 years on the football side, apart from the odd trophy, we've won 2. Yeah, we can say we've been to lots of finals. Yeah, and we've done lots of semi-finals. That don't win you anything, right? I don't want to go. See, I don't want to go too deep in my own. I don't want to go too deep in my own, because I'll start waffling and going on about stuff that's really quite irrelevant to this. I'm so pissed off, right? I'll start again. I'm so pissed off more than anything because I feel this feels, and I don't know if TJ may be able to understand this or not, because he's one of our younger fans. I feel worse than I did when Sol Campbell went down the road. Right? I feel like, in a way, we got played, right, by the player, by Arsenal, and by Crystal Palace, to a point. I'm not exonerating Levy or whoever was doing the deal for Eze whatsoever, because like Mark said, this should have been wrapped up 2 weeks ago. You know, by the sound of it, we're penny pinching for 500 grand and favourable terms that suit Daniel Levy. And you've got to remember, most of this is what this is about. Yeah, Parish has made it clear for a long time that he wanted a lump up front. Now, whether that lump was changing or not, then it was, we want a lump up front and it to be paid within a year. Now, perhaps Arsenal have come in and gone, bang. I've read today and I've heard today that the framework for an Eze deal was done 2 weeks ago, before Havertz was injured. And basically, Arsenal have said to Parish and Palace, if anyone else comes in, yeah, and you're ready to accept a deal from them, you call us first. Work it out. It don't take a lot of working out, does it, either? It doesn't make it not far from the truth, that. Because from the time, deals don't get done in 7 hours, like from start to finish. It just doesn't happen. You can't do that. It can't be done that quick. There's too many intricacies, too many backwards and forwards in for that to happen. So the framework of the deal must have been done. He must have already accepted personal terms from Arsenal. Arsenal have put a bid in. Parish has waited to see if someone else comes in with that little bit more, or on the terms that he wants the money paid. So if Daniel Levy can't agree to those terms because he's penny pinching for whatever it is, or it doesn't suit how he wants it paid normally like he does over the length of a player's contract, because we've wankered about, because that's what we've done for 2 weeks. We've muffed about for 2 weeks over a transfer that should have been done 2
Not just
weeks
that,
ago.
Mark. It's the Morgan Gibbs-White as well. 2 weeks wasted.
This transfer window is wasted. Moving on from Eze, yeah, 10 days to go of the transfer window. Where are we going now? Because wherever we go, if you go looking at 50 and 60 million pound players now, everyone knows we're desperate. And all of a sudden they become 80 million pound players.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So Mark's pretty much spot on. I can't say, yeah, it'll definitely be an El Canous and a Diblin. Right? What are we doing buying Tyler Diblin anyway? If that's true, what are we doing? He's 19 years old. He's done nothing in his career. Yeah, he's exciting on the ball. And 2 goals in his career. Or last season, maybe. Whatever it was. He's not exactly lighting the gaff up. And as usual, I don't see anyone else going in to buy him. So what are we doing here? Are we ever going to learn? Right? Because my expectations, Dan, were lifted, and Mark will back me up on this. Right? I thought after everything that's happened over the summer, right, that actually things might really be changing here. They got the Kudos deal done. They went in for Morgan Gibbs-White. They got Paulinia done. Morgan Gibbs-White fell through, and it went on for a bit afterwards. But there was a massive gap between Morgan Gibbs-White and Eze starting again. So wouldn't you have thought, after the chairman had been levied by Marinakis, right, when he goes and done his next deal, knowing that there's a release clause or knowing that Parish wants the 68 million, go and pay it. Don't tell me we haven't got it. Because if we wanted to, yeah, he could do a bank transfer for that, get it done. Apparently, terms had already been agreed. So Eze's looking after himself as well. You have to take that into consideration, because I'm sure he already had his personal terms lined up with Arsenal. We've gone in. Apparently, personal terms were agreed with us as well. So all Parish has done is give Arsenal a contract that Spurs are in. I'm ready to accept. I don't really want to, because I'm not happy with the terms, how it's going to be paid. Can you do any better? Andrea Berta, can we do any better than this? Yeah, we can. Yeah, tell him we can. Yeah, we can better that. We can do what you want, Steve. Yeah, sold to Arsenal. Fucking how easy is that? What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
This football club doing? And it's mugged everyone off. Winning that Europa League, right, was the worst thing that could have happened to this club as far as this goes now. Thomas Frank has got no chance. No chance. We'll end up 9th, 10th, 11th in the league.
That's an improvement, though, on what Ange ended up.
Right, yeah, whatever. He's still being left to hang out to dry, TJ.
It's true. Can I jump in, because you were landing on a very good point. Those that don't know me, I'm a very literal person. When I say things, I say it with my full heart. So if I say something, and you can receipt it, check it, make sure it's down. I'm not flip-flopping. Maybe July time, I said something on the lines of, we don't have no money. Then we ended up going in for Eze. We ended up going in for Gibbs White, and then we went for Kudos. And then I messaged you and I said, "Whoa, someone has got investment." You can correct me if I'm right or wrong. We had like a little like message behind closed doors. I said, "There's definitely investment. We've definitely got the money, right?"
Yeah.
Then we missed out on Gibbs White. So my initial reaction is, okay, cool, move on to the next target, right? So there is money there. There should be money there, right? But when you're hearing that we're penny pinching, whatever, 5-6 million, or the add-ons or whatever, it's just not acceptable, because we needed Eze more than Arsenal, in my opinion. Yeah. It's a vital position. Going back to what I was going to say, I think it was last week, you asked me a question, do I believe that we're going to get Eze and Kudos? And I think I was the only person on the panel that said...
Eze and, what's his name? The other
Savinho. And I think I was the only... Correct me if I'm right or wrong, because I think we were all in on the show at the same time. Correct me if I'm right or wrong. I was the only one that didn't want to give you the answer because I felt like we wasn't even talking to them, and I just didn't want to put myself through this whole saga again. Personally, I have too much PTSD. Now, look, we don't have Eze, and look, Savinho don't even look like it's going to get close, because if we wasn't going to spend 70 million, I'm just quoting 70 million on Eze, how do you think we're going to get Savinho out of Man City? It's dark times at Tottenham, you know. It's dark times at Tottenham. Typical Levy, man. You can't trust it. And sadly, the fans that were blinded by a few things, and look, respect to all the fans, you know. But for me, I'm sick and tired of us nearly doing it or nearly buying it, because it's been happening for so long. I took a screenshot on X. Someone put down all the players we were nearly about to buy. You know, we could build 2 first 11s that are better than our current 11. Do you get where I'm coming from? So it's gotten to the point where it's ridiculous. I don't actually understand what Levy is doing. And when I said last week that Levy is the worst manager, or worst owner in the Premier League, I actually mean it. He don't care about the club. He definitely doesn't. He doesn't. And I agree with Mark. If Eze went to Man City or Eze went to any other team, it would have been all right. I would have swallowed it, right?
No. I never said that. We desperately need Eze.
100%. But because he's gone to Arsenal, it's like a kick. It's like a kick in my teeth.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I'm a bit frustrated supporting Tottenham, to be honest with you.
Let me just jump in, TJ.
Go for it.
We needed him more than any other team he could have gone for. He'd have been ideal for what we needed, and it would have hurt. After we've spent 2 weeks pissing about, talking to Palace, it would have hurt if he'd gone anywhere. But because he's gone there, that's a double kick in the knackers.
It hurts even more.
The situation so much, it really has.
You know, I mean, he would have been the ideal player for us. Ideal. He would have solved the left side. He would have solved the number 10 role, because he floats about. And it doesn't matter that it does matter that he's gone to Arsenal, because we're going to get trolled for 6 months now. But to be honest, it hurts wherever he's gone. The fact that we've missed out on him shows the incompetency and the penny pinching, tight-fisted ways that this so-called big club that's now got the Levy Dome and has now got the biggest income in the Premier League, with all the concerts and all the rest of the stuff that goes on there, that we got a penny pinch over. I know I say these numbers as only mean nothing. We got a penny pinch over a couple of million quid.
The worst thing is,
change all of our lives.
Sorry, Mark. Sorry for cutting you off.
That's all right, Mark.
You know the worst thing about this whole situation? And look, I'm a very reasonable person, you know. If Eze truly chose Arsenal over Tottenham, you have to just learn to just move on, right? Yeah. However, we've left it so damn late that I can't even see any replacements in coming who can actually replace that position right now. You know?
Off the top of your head, he's very unique as a player. Very, very unique.
That's my point.
Who else is like him? Who else is like him?
You see, we should have got. I said this last week to you, and I stand by it. Why have we're waiting on all these signings to come in? We've known that we don't have no attacking midfielders until latest February. Why have we left it so late? Why wasn't our first signing an attacking midfielder?
3 weeks Maddison's been injured now.
But look,
it's not good enough.
Someone else anyway to cover Maddison. We should have got this. We're just so reactive, aren't we? We're not proactive enough. We should have been signing another attacking midfielder anyway, Maddison injured or not, before the start of the season. And we're just not. We're never going to be a serious club under Levy, I'm afraid. No. We never are. It's the truth. So what do we do?
Dan, sorry, can
Go
I
on.
just butt in while I think about this, just what I say? Think about the players that Levy buys. There's two types of players that Spurs buy and have done consistently, right? Now it's either young players, and young players can be bought, yeah. Apparently these young players that are up and coming, and in a couple of years' time they're going to be great. The Greys, the Bergvalls, the Odiberts, whatever, right? Those type of profile of players, they're favourable for the terms that Levy wants to pay. Yeah, so for example, a 40 million on Archie Gray, I've no doubt most of that will be spread out over his contract. So it means really, even though he's costing 40 quid, if he's on let's just say a 4-year contract, 10 million a year, yeah, Levy can stomach that. He's all right with that. When he goes and gets a kudos in the last year of his contract, West Ham need money. Right? I guarantee you, right, it's been spread over Kudos's contract because that suits Levy at about 10 million a year. They fall into the wage structure as well. It brings it down. Kudos probably
with Kudos, it was opportunist, Mark. It was opportunist. Yeah. West Ham had to sell, right?
Yeah.
They looked at it and thought, well, he didn't have a great season last year, so they sold him. It wasn't like we went and got Bowen or something, was it? Do you know what I mean? The player's in form or a top player. Levy always does this. We've done the same with Maddison. Sorry to interrupt you.
It's all right, mate. I was just going to say, so even to the point of Solanke, right? Solanke might well have been 65 million. I guarantee you the terms, again, are favourable. They're the types of terms that Levy likes to pay over. That's why those deals get done. And then when these deals come up for players like Eze and Savinio's and all that, these teams want more up front. And Levy's not prepared to pay what they want. And that's why we don't get these players and other teams jump in. It's what a lot of it is all about.
Can I add something? You guys will disagree with me, and I don't want to turn this conversation off topic. But this is why when you do things like sacking a manager when he's won you a trophy, just shows your ambitions.
TJ, that's got nothing to do with what's happened.
I'm going to tell you why it does. Levy is definitely not ambitious. We've seen it. He doesn't want to spend the money for the quality players. He wants to buy cheap, and he thinks he can run it in a cheap way. Ambition. Look, example. We all have our opinions about this, and this is not why I'm bringing that point in. But by you sacking a manager and bringing in another manager and not providing him with the players to actually do his job, where's the ambition?
The squad is weaker now. As it's
110%. And honest to God, this is nothing to do with Ange. It's got nothing to do with Ange. But if the squad is weaker from our previous manager, there's something going wrong.
Well, you can do
there's something going.
Maddison's injured. Son's left, right? No Kulusevski. He's out now for this year. He's not back to next year now. I heard today. So
something's going wrong.
We're missing. We're going to be short goals and assists. Right, it's clear.
Something's
Everybody
going
knows
wrong.
That. Yeah,
something's going wrong. These things happen in football. Injuries happen in football. We can't use this excuse. Oh, Maddison. If Maddison was here, then maybe we won't get Eze. That's not the point. If you were an ambitious club, you would buy the players and you would improve. I'll give you a good example. You might know this opinion. I don't like Solanke. I don't think he's a striker for Tottenham. I don't think he's on even Richarlison. I don't think they're Tottenham level. So why don't we buy a striker to improve them? Well, But Levy's not ambitious. He won't do that. He won't make that move.
But you know what? It will turn around and say, "It's not my fault." That's what it will say.
Then why would you sack a manager? This is why it's so important. That's why the conversation is so important. Why would you sack a manager that provided you some sort of success? Do you see my point?
You can flip it on his head, TJ. We finished 17th, so showing ambition is sacking a manager because we want to do higher. So, you know,
isn't success? This has got nothing to do with Ange Postecoglou. Please don't think I'm making this conversation about him. But isn't success based on winning things and winning trophies? Or do we see success differently? Because with what you're saying,
Levy sees success is his bank balance.
Exactly. That's where I don't align with Levy.
Yeah.
I see success on the pitch winning trophies. That's what I consider success.
Well, we're fans.
Whether you guys, we're fans. I agree, we are fans. However, the actual owner should care about Tottenham.
Of course.
And he's proven not to care. He don't care about the main thing.
No. You've only got to go back to when he first bought the club 25 years ago. His first statement come out, "We are here to make money. We are an investment group and we are here to make money."
But you know what the worst thing about that?
£24 million, I think, he paid for the club. It's now worth 3-4 billion. 3 or 4
you know
billion.
The worst thing about that, we've been merely men, and this is why I didn't want to make the conversation about Ange. I was using Ange for the conversational start. We all have our opinions. Our opinions are going to be different about whether it was right or wrong to sack Ange. That's not the conversation here. But we can see it. Mourinho, sacked before a final. Pochettino didn't get backed. Conte didn't get, it keeps happening. So it's not just
okay, guys. Right.
I'll just cut you off here.
We could just go on and on about this, right? Yeah, and that's fine, right? So let's just try and think of a way to deal with this, right? So I've got a question, and then we can continue the conversation. I haven't even said my bit yet, but anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there.
My fault. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine, mate. It's fine. It's not a problem. So how must Spurs fans deal with their frustrations and anger, right? How? Yeah, because everybody is furious. Everyone's angry. Everyone's had enough. People just, everyone feels. Yeah. What do fans do then? Right. I know what I do personally. I know some of you guys what you do as well. So what can fans do when this happens? Yeah. Then when a massive failure, like not getting Eze over the line happens, continued failures for years under Levy and Enoch. What can fans do to deal with this? Who wants to go first?
Got choices at the end of the day. They can either protest. There's different ways in which you can protest, like the protests like we've seen over the last 18 months, 2 years that have gradually got bigger. And then because a trophy was won, when a protest was organised for Thomas Frank's first game, 20 people turned up. Do you know what I mean? This has got to. It's got to be about, if you want Levy out not because he's just done a failed Eze deal. You've got to want Levy out because of how atrocious he's been on the football side since in his tenure. There's got to be a breaking point for fans at the end of the day. So that might be to go to a protest. It might be for season ticket holders not to walk into the game.
And not sell a ticket either.
I'm not telling them not to, by the way. That's their choice. We all support our teams in different ways. We all protest against things in our own different ways. Some people might not go into the club shop and buy something, for example. There's lots of ways that you can protest. Whether any of those ways will ever work, I think only numbers that turn up to said protest influence that. And when I say that, I'm talking about it needs to be big numbers. You know, I
It
think the
hardly
biggest
is.
routine.
Well, we saw it last season, right? When we
Yeah.
were doing awfully in the league, more and
Yeah.
more fans got on board. Yeah,
We
And then
need more than
obviously-
that, though.
yeah, we do. But that was a start, right? And it was all based on that awful league performance, frustrations, yeah, overboiling. Some people were there because they wanted Ange out. Some people were obviously there because of Levy had enough. But there was big numbers last season. But obviously, what happened is we win that Europa, and then all the protesting stops. Right?
Yeah.
We saw what happened at the weekend. No one turned up at the protest. Yeah, it's so difficult, right? So the protests. You know, there's a big push right now after the last couple of days. It's going to be a massive protest at the end of this transfer window if Spurs don't deliver those 2 top players that they promised. Eze's done now. Yeah, they've got to get 2 other people in. So, that, you know, as we're all talking, the protest is fantastic to do. Yeah, everyone's got to do it, right? But my worry is that there's just not enough fans will ever do it. Because what will happen is Frank will stabilise his team. He will make us competitive with what he has. So why would the fans suddenly start protesting? The majority of them, I mean. Yeah, a lot of people on this panel, I'm sure people in the chat would protest, yeah. But the bigger picture, the general fan base, they won't. They won't. They
Do you know
didn't
what I
even all
wanna
last
see?
season, did they? It's only what? How many turned up at that protest last season, guys?
2,000, and there was
Huh?
58,000 people went to the game. See, even though 2,000 was on massive protest, it's still not good enough. Until the whole fan base unites, sadly, we're never going to get real change. Ultimately, we need to have more than 2,000. 2,000 is yes, there's good. 2,000 is a big number, but that's still not good enough.
It didn't even
No.
upset Levy. He smiled about it when he was asked that question in the interview. Did you see it? He
Yeah.
just smiled.
Yeah. Do you know what I want to see? The only way to hurt Levy is in the pocket. So 2,000 of us, well, let's face it, all 4 of us was at the big one, but none of us had tickets to go into the game. So that's not hurting him financially. What I'd like to see, and it's a hard thing to ask because these people have paid God knows how much for their season tickets, is not to turn up and not sell it on the exchange either. So there's empty seats everywhere. And that, you know what I mean? They get
Problem is,
20,000
it's
empty
really hard to
seats.
do that.
No, I know they won't. But that is the only way to hurt Levy, is to hurt him in the pocket.
I've got another way, but I'm not going to tell you what my way is because my way will get myself cancelled.
Well,
Because
Burnham
it's gotten to the
Stadium
point
down,
where
you can't say that.
yeah, no, it's gotten to the point where we have to consider. We actually have to consider because, and I'm not going to mention it because all those that know me offline in it, you understand why my frustration's so mad about Levy. I'm not going to mention it on here because you guys know about where I live. You guys know about what's happening to me in it, you know, and that's why I have a deeper hatred.
So, but TJ, what can the other fans do then? We all know what you do, right? You're there. You want to protest. You've been to the protest. You do all you can, right? Yeah. What can people do? What else can they do? Not everyone's going to protest. So what else? What's the solution?
The solution is not to go to games. Simple.
It's financial. It's hurting
Simple.
in the pocket.
And if you're not willing to do that, then not buy merchandise. But we know it's easy for us to talk about it, but actions mean more than words. We can sit here and say all of this nonsense, and I'm not calling it nonsense, but all of it, to be honest with you, is because tomorrow the fan is still going to buy a beer, the fan is still going to buy the new T-shirt, the fan is still going to watch the game on Sunday. So we're not hurting his pocket. He doesn't care. It goes back down to ambition. And look, if our fan base was ambitious, it comes down to our fan base as well, by the way, because I blame our fan base. We've let it get like this. Sadly, our fan base have accepted mediocrity, and this is what we have. We were, look, again.
Is it right to blame the fan base, though? Yeah, is it?
110%.
Because we are the paying fans, right? The Levy is
110%.
Levy is the biggest problem, right? They're the ones who, they're the ones in control. right? As fans, what can we do? It's
Look at this, yeah?
It's
Cool.
not our fault,
That's
is it?
no, okay, it's not your fault. Okay, cool. Put it like this. The analogy I'm going to give you. You've come to me to buy an apple. The apple's rotten. You've still bought the product from me. You've eaten the product. You've gotten sick. You're now on your deathbed. Are you going to still say that I'm not the one that killed you? I'm not the one that poisoned you? You still got fans supporting Levy.
Yeah.
It comes down to the fans. The fans have to change the mindset. The fans have to realize that going to these games is helping Levy. If you want true change, and I agree with what Mark says, don't go to the game. Watch it in the pub.
But look, Mark, you know, Sheriff, you said you don't care anymore, right? You're probably not going to watch the game at the week. I don't know how long you're going to
I will watch it, but I'm not bothered if we lose.
You're not bothered if we lose?
No.
Okay.
No, honestly, I will watch the game because 1,000,000%, I'm a Spurs fan.
That's just rubbish, man. That's just rubbish. The season's just started, right? And you're not even caring if we lose or not. That's just terrible.
The club's broke me. This club has broke me. Daniel Levy.
But why should you care, though?
But
the question I'm going to ask you: why should you care?
Exactly.
Of course you bloody care. I've supported the bloody club for 57 years. Why are you not going to care?
But when that game gets going on Saturday,
to the fans. You see, no, this is why I wanted to ask that question. Because now it's coming back down to the fans. So for 50 years, I'm just for the argument's sake, the conversational sake, for 50 years, you've let this happen.
For 50 years, I've watched whoever's in charge do whatever they do with the club, nearly broke us, nearly sent us nearly not into existence. If it weren't for certain people, THFC wouldn't even be here now. Trust me, that's how close we were to being gone.
Going back to the question, that's why I'm wording it the way I'm wording it.
As time's moved on, obviously things evolve. Now, 25 years ago, when Levy and Enoch took over, like Mark said, they made a statement, we're here to make money, right? Straight away, that was me done from ever walking into a stadium that Enoch had anything to do with again, right? Because
why is more people not like you?
Then you were talking about ambition. Well, for fans to have ambition, a club has to have ambition, right? We can hope that we're going to win something. Yeah, but when an owner comes in and makes a statement, not we're going to show a bit of ambition, we're going to go and try and win things, but at the same time, we are here to make money. Now that I can get on board with, right? But when they just step in and say about we're just going to make money, so let me move on from that point. So in that time, gradually over the time of the years that have gone on, life has changed, TJ. Trust me. I don't know how old you are now, 21, 22, something like that.
I'm 26.
Right, so you're 26 years old. Yeah. I don't know about Dan, but me and Mark have been here twice as long as you and a bit more. Right? Life weren't like it was now when I was 26, like it is now. Generally, life, right? So
can I just throw a question? Before you carry on, can I just throw one question? One question about what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, you're saying what I want to hear from all the fans, right? Why is there so many fans that are so-called legacy, and I'm calling you guys legacy without being rude, supported the club over 40, 50 years? I call that legacy, personally, right? Why is there so many fans still defending Levy?
Got no idea.
You have to ask them, man.
I've got no idea.
Do you know any, TJ?
I can't answer for them, TJ, but the point I'm trying to get across is life changes. Now, what's happened is Levy has moulded Tottenham Hotspur, right, to what it is today, right? He's done what he said he's going to do, in all aspects, apart from on the pitch. And this is where the fans come in. So we can show as much ambition as we want. But if the top people are not showing the ambition upstairs, to the fans that we are trying to do it on the pitch, all these bullshit interviews on the overlap, we're trying, we're doing our best. I'm sorry, right? When you've been a fan as long as we have, and I'm not taking anything away from you, TJ.
No, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Seen what we've seen, and then you've seen Levy and Enoch take over. Basically, they've done everything that they said they were going to do. They never mentioned the football pitch when they took over. Right? So being let down as a fan and being let down, as you get older, you can't change the team you support.
I agree with you. But you know what is concerning? You know what concerns me about everything you've said? And I wasn't trying to offend when I said that. Please don't think. Just for conversational size. That's what I wanted to make that clear.
Adult conversation in here, mate. Adult conversation. Exactly.
You know what's really concerning about everything you've just said? You're basically saying to me, the protests don't matter. In a way. Boycotting don't matter.
They don't matter
in
to
a way.
him. They don't matter to him. They matter
and it's
to
not gonna,
us.
Yeah, and it's not going to change the outcome of how my club is run. Because
Probably not.
You see? So then going back to that question, what can fans do? Because that's what look, I'm a very literal guy. I speak to a lot of fans, young, old, more experienced, and all I'm constantly hearing is protest. But I'm seeing it's not changing nothing. I've been to many protests personally. I've been to some shocking ones. 15 fans, Super League. I'll give you a very insight about the Super League one. There was around 15 fans. Sky Sports, the Sky Sports crew was there. This is about going into the Super League at the time. 15 fans turned up, including myself, so 14. It's not good enough. Nobody cares.
So how do you deal with it then, TJ? Yeah, how are you dealing with it right now?
There's only one other plan, but you're not going to like what I'm going to say because it's going to go against everybody's moral code.
Just spit it out, man. Come on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just
the only way to get real change is if you actually change your mindset. And in my opinion, the only way to hurt the goose is to have Tottenham Riots 2.0. Because when Tottenham Riots 2.0 happened, I don't know if you remember when Tottenham had riots.
In the 80s.
And look, I'm not saying it's going to get like that. And let me make something clear as I'm talking online. I'm not trying to tell everybody to riot.
They can't even get enough people to protest, let alone riot. I mean, it's a long shot. And I know it's a long shot. Anyway, I wouldn't agree with it anyway, but...
I know it's a long shot. Look, again, I know it's a long shot, but when you hurt Levy's pocket, let's just say someone throws a brick at the new shiny stadium, it's going to hurt his pocket.
So are you getting that close then to wanting to do that, TJ? Because if you do, that's shocking. You want to do that?
To be honest with you, I'm just done supporting Tottenham.
Well, you don't go to the games, right? Do you? You don't pay any money into the club, right?
Oh, I gave up. My uncle gave up his season ticket. I used to go to every single game after 2017. I was a season ticket goer, so I don't go to the games anymore.
Okay, so you're choosing not to put any money into.
I'm choosing not to support. Yeah. I don't even support Sky Sports. I use a dodgy site. I don't want nothing to go to Tottenham's pocket. Especially with my personal look. The reason why I'm like this as well, I don't know if I've told you, I'm getting kicked out of my house.
Well,
but TJ, do you know who it's because of?
Let's talk about that behind the scenes.
I'm okay with it. It's because of this Levy guy. It's because of this Levy guy.
Oh right, okay, I'm with you. I get you. I thought you were talking about your parents kicking you out. Okay, all right.
Nah. I'm actually getting kicked out of this house. This flat is going to get destroyed.
Okay. Well,
and it's because
So
of
that's personal.
Levy.
That's very personal.
This is why I have so much hatred for Levy. I don't just have hatred based on football. I'm more. Look, let me be honest with you. Football to me is everything, but life is more important. And Levy's affected my life. That's the difference. I don't think many fans have that connection, but for me, I have a very toxic connection. So look, we're not going to truly see any change because Levy's not going to change. The next scenario is we just have to accept it. We're not a big club. We don't move like a big club. Are we even a mid-table club? Yeah, we could say we are. We're around like the Aston Villas, the Newcastles of this world, the Nottingham Forests, the Fulhams. I can say that because that's where we are, even the Crystal Palace. But if we go a step further than that, something has to change.
Look,
something
okay.
has to change.
Fair enough, everybody. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because we can't tell people what to do, right? People will do what they want to do. I was just asking a question: how do people deal with that anger and frustrations? Protest, yeah. Don't spend money at the club. Don't go to the games. Boycott the games. You know, obviously, do what Change for Tottenham are trying to do. You know, follow them. You know, support them in their quest for change. You know, there's a lot fans can do, and I think the biggest thing here is that fans need to do more, right? More fans. That's it, isn't it? More fans have got to get on board to force change. And until that happens,
What's your opinion? Sorry, you haven't said your opinion. What's your opinion?
Well,
yeah.
mate, I haven't spent any money on the club since Pochettino left. I've made that decision. I'm not spending any money on this club because I just don't think this board is serious. I'm not doing it. I'm not spending the money. Yeah, so I made that decision. I protest. I go to the protests as many as I can. Yeah, but I've got a busy life. I've got a young family. I've got to work. Yeah, so do you know what I mean? I do all I can. You know, I've got a YouTube channel where I encourage protests. I speak out about it all. So look, guys, let's move on from that. Just want to hear from. I don't know if Sheriff. I think Sheriff did say, didn't he, Cookie? I think he did say. Big up, guy.
Hello.
We'll bring you in a second, mate.
No problems.
So yeah, just guys, yeah. What can I say? Look, it's just been a rubbish couple of days, hasn't it? Like, you know, this been massive disappointment with Eze and Spurs failure in the transfer market again. They've just been messing about the whole summer window. Nobody knows what their plan is in this transfer window. What they were aiming to do. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what the plan is. At the moment, the plan is failing. Yeah, they're not getting these players over the line that we need. We're going to be caught short going into the season with the season started. And I'm worried. I am worried. I've got to be honest. Look, Guy, how are you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. We're all a bit down in the dumps, mate. And it's just a bit of a... It's a bit... The conversation's just been a bit... Yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough. It's no kind of flow to it. It's just... What do we do here? How do we deal with these feelings of frustration and anger?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been supporting this team for like 30 plus years. For me, you know this, Dan, I don't follow transfer news and I don't do any of that. Am I disappointed? Yes, but this has happened before with Emmanuel Petit. Remember, we were supposed to sign Emmanuel Petit, paid for his taxi, and he took that taxi straight to Highbury and signed with Woolwich. You know, we've got the whole Judas thing. Willian, remember Willian was supposed to sign for us, went to Chelsea. So I'm not angry. I've been here before. I'm hearing like some people, oh, I'm not going to support this club anymore. Oh, well, okay. Well, if you're not buying the match day tickets and you're not buying the merch and you're not funding the club, Levy doesn't care. Levy doesn't care. If you're not supporting the club financially, he doesn't care. If this transfer window is the one where you go, I'm done, then all the power to you, because now you're on the side of the rest of us. We've done this, Dan. We've been through this. I can't be angry because it's I'm numb to it. Here's the thing, and another thing. Let's also, and I'm going to say one more thing. We need to stop believing these Twitter accounts going, it's nearly done. It's almost done. Oh my God, he's coming. He's coming. No, he's not. Unless he holds the shirt, he ain't coming. There's no point losing your head over someone on Twitter saying he's coming when he's not. Should have we acted faster? Yes. But this is always the way. So, like I say, for me, I'm just like, same shit, different smell. You know, it's another transfer window. It's the usual transfer window. It's not closed. We're probably going to get some last-minute loan or some last-minute signings. But you know, I'm disappointed, yeah. But I'm not.
So
like,
are you emotionless to it then, Guy? You're
Yeah,
emotionless to
honestly.
it. It's like same old. This is Spurs. This is what we
you
do.
can see in my description.
Yeah.
It's same old, mate. It's same
Yeah.
old. The only time I was really, really angry is when we did that self-embargo transfer for a year. I knew that was going to kill us. That's when I was like, oh God, we're fucked. We are done. And we were. As you can tell, we won nothing. But yeah, I'm not, as you can tell by my voice, I'm not very angry. I'm not very ranty about it because it's the same old Spurs.
Okay, guys. Right, one sec. Oh, it's a bit hot in here. Just open the window. Okay.
I'd rather you do,
you were gonna make an
what you do
announcement.
than TJ does. I'd rather you open a window than what
man.
TJ does.
Man, I go naked, man.
Guys.
I
Okay.
remember.
Right. Let's. This show is going to run until 10:30 tonight. Okay, so we ain't got too much longer. So
Cool.
what I want to do for the rest of the show, we've all had our say. We've all expressed how we feel. We all said what what the fans can do, how they can deal with that anger and frustration. Now, for me, another thing is, how do we refocus on the season? Yeah, Mark Sheriff has given up. He's gone. His head's gone. He don't care. Then that's what he's doing. That's what he wants. That's fine. That's fine. That's his decision, right? But how, for anyone who's watching, people might be like Sheriff. I've seen in the chat, people have lost their emotion. They've lost it for years. I think it was Gus in the chat said that. How can we refocus on the season? Because Frank is here. You know, he's trying to get something going on the pitch, right? We have got a couple of good signings in. You know, the players are going to be motivated to perform well this season. So how can we get our head back on the football? Because we've got a game Saturday, right? Any idea, guys? How?
I'll let the others go first.
Dan, why would let's face it, Frank has been hung out to dry before he's even started.
Yeah, but he's got a job to do, Mark. He's
I
got
know he's got a job to do.
He's got to manage a
but
football team and
he's
a
now
good
got a
game
weaker
Saturday.
team. He's now got a weaker team than last season.
The
How is
previous
this
guy, yeah.
progress? How is this progress from a so-called massive club?
It makes
That's why
no
I've
sense.
checked
I
out,
agree
mate.
with you.
That's why I've
No,
checked
I agree
out.
with you. No.
I
I
don't
actually
that
agree
we
with
have
you.
a weaker team. I don't agree that we have a weaker team than last season.
Well, we have at this precise moment. Where's the creativity coming from? Sonny's left. Madison's injured. Kulu's injured.
But Sonny wasn't all that last year, and Madison also got
should
injured
have
last
been
year.
addressed.
I
And
agree
they've
on that
not
one.
been. And they've not been. They have not been addressed.
Yeah, we all know this, Mark. But what can we do? What can we do about it? There's nothing we can do about it.
I don't care about Tottenham anymore.
All right.
Yes,
Sheriff.
I will always support them. Yes, I will, because they've been my club for 50 odd years. I will always support them. Do I care how we get on? Not anymore.
Well, I care how we get on.
I care.
Can I say something?
Because I want to win games.
Oh,
I want to win things. I want us to win football matches. This is what I look forward to at the weekends.
Okay, Guy, I'm overreacting.
I'm never going to support this club ever again. It's done. It fault the club. No, mate, calm down, TJ.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But let me. No. You know what, isn't it? Can I? Nah, you know what,
Anyway,
isn't it? Look, I agree in it. Look, how can we refocus in it? There's only one way in it. Look, Frank has been let down by our ownership, right? And we're not improving in any way. Let's be honest here now. We're not going to get the players that we wanted to get off with. For me, his arms are tied. Whatever the season happens. I kind of agree with Mark. What can you actually do?
So TJ,
What can
so
you
you're
expect?
refocus then, mate. Yeah. So you're not. What are you saying here? Because there's games to play, man. What are you saying?
Okay, cool. Can I reword your question? What do you expect Frank to do this season with the current squad that he has?
What do I expect?
Yeah. What do you expect Frank to do this season with the current squad that he has?
As it stands
because
right
for
now?
me, I don't think he's going to finish top 6.
Neither do I.
I'm questioning if he's going to finish top 8.
Yeah, I understand that. We've got deficiencies on our forward line. I get that, man.
So anything below 8, what's the point?
Well, you might.
That's what you're saying.
So TJ, so you're not going to watch the games. Is that what you're saying,
TJ?
TJ, what are you saying here? Are you doing a sheriff and just don't care what happens
There's
in each game? Are you doing a sheriff?
What? Can I be honest with you? It's not
fine.
about doing anybody.
It's fine, man.
It's not about doing anybody. You can't expect nothing.
Feel how you want.
No, but you can't expect nothing. You're asking a question that is quite.
How do you refocus on the season? How do you refocus your mind on the season? Yeah, the season's got to play. We've got to get behind the team.
Yep.
Right? We're fans of the team. We've got to get behind them. It's not their fault. It's not the players' faults.
I expect us to finish 12th, like I said last week. And that's an improvement.
Okay,
that's an improvement on the last season.
You're not answering the question, TJ. I'm saying, how do you refocus after this terrible couple of days?
Win against Man City? Is that what you want from me?
It's up to you, man. You tell me how you feel. I can't speak for you, man.
Because I think that question is quite. I'm focusing on the bigger picture. What Frank is going to do with the current squad? I think that should be the question. You can't expect nothing from Frank. How can he focus when he has his hands tied behind his back?
Okay, well that's fine, man. You can feel how you feel, man. I'm not saying. I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the question. If you want to focus your energy on what we can do to speak out against the club, fair play to you. I will. I'm doing the same.
Maybe develop. What do you call it? Bergval into attacking midfielder. Use him in that role.
I don't know. I'm not saying for you to come up with solutions. What I'm trying to do is get, what's happened since yesterday, since the Eze news. Everybody's angry, right? Everybody is so angry.
Apart from me, I'm not angry.
Well, angry, frustrated, or emotionless, or whatever it is. Yeah, everybody's like that. I'm just trying to get us to kind of. We have to refocus. Hello, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I can tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the protests. I'm still going to go to the matches. Sorry, just because our transfer window is effed up again. We've had transfer windows that have been effed up again. I'm still going to go to the matches. I'm still not going to, like I say, I don't have a season ticket anymore. Didn't renew it last year because I was just like, I can't do that anymore. Also, I don't go to too many away games. I don't go to away games unless it's in London now because I'm just old. I'm tired of getting that train. Right, so I'm still going to go to matches. I'm still going to watch the matches. I'm still going to expect that we do relatively well. We're in 4 competitions. We've still got the League Cup, which I think that we should do well. We've got the FA Cup as well, which I think even with our team now, we've got Thomas Frank, new manager. I think that we'll have a good cup run, hopefully. I'm going to assess the season when the season ends. I didn't have my expectation was always get into a European competition and go for a trophy. This is the first season under Thomas Frank. It's the first season with a new manager. So I don't have massive expectations. I don't. And it is, remember, we are the Tottenham. So I'm still going to go to matches. I'm still going to support the lads. I'm still going to enjoy the football no matter what, win, lose or draw. I still enjoy the games like the PSG game. We lost, but I enjoyed it. I loved watching that game. So I'm still going to support it. I'm not head loss in this. This is, like I say, I mean, I will still support the club. I'll still go to the coach and horses before the match. I'll still go to the coach and horses after the match. I'll still meet new people. I'll meet up with the people that I know, bump into Sean Butler and go, "You all right, mate?" And while he walks away, you know, like I say, you know this, Dan, I'm a very realistic fan. You know, I've done this. I've been here. I've worn the many T-shirts.
So basically, man, the expectations, you just don't have any, really.
Oh, yeah, I do. I think that we should get into a European competition and have a good cup run.
Okay. So you're not completely okay. So all right, I'm with you.
Yeah, we're not winning the league. We're not winning the league. Let's face it. But we know that as Tottenham fans, if we ever won the league, mate, I'll be crazy. We're not winning the league. We're probably not going to win the Champions League. But we've still got 2 other domestic cups, right? Which in the past we've won with our worst teams and worst managers. So I'm not going to be head loss. I'm not.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Fair play to you. Angus, yeah. What did you want to come on and say, man? You're going to come on and have a go at us, or are you going to just add anything helpful?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how you, like we're saying, not you, but your fan base in general, saying how you're going to finish above us.
I ain't said that.
You...
I ain't heard no Spurs fans say that.
We are not responsible for the entire fan base, man.
Who said that, man? What joker said that?
There's people on social media saying that apparently you're going to finish above us if you signed Eze. Saying that you're going to have.
Anyway,
yeah, but who cares? Who cares, man? That's social media.
That's silly, man. That's silly. That's silly.
What team is this? What team do you support? Sorry, I don't have your Arsenal. Oh man, any fan that is saying we're going to finish above you, they're mentally not ready. Let me be honest with you.
It makes no sense. It's just football banter, mate.
Even if it slips out their mouth, they don't know what they're talking about, man. They don't know their right leg with their left leg. On a serious note, what fan would say we would finish above Arsenal?
And apparently,
we only did it once in my recent memory in the last 5 years. It's just banter, mate. Just chill.
Yeah, but not just that as well, though. Apparently, Sri Lanka is going to score more goals than Gyökeres.
Who cares? Who cares?
Who said
Honestly,
that? I don't think. I mean, listen, man. I don't think this is
playground stuff. That's
you're having a conversation with the wrong people, man.
It's not serious talk, man. We're talking about stuff like that. It's just that's playground banter stuff, Angus. You know better than that. Come on, man.
Yeah, we're not like that here.
Angus, I was giving it Arsenal a bit when we were going to get him, and that was banter. I was. Now Arsenal, I've got him. Now what I will say now to Arsenal fans, there's no excuse this season.
Yeah, go win the league, bro.
You've got to win the league or win something.
You've got to.
There was no excuse for 5 years ago. He's got one more season or he's done.
Yeah.
Bertie told him, win or fuck off. He's been told.
Can I ask you a question? Now you've got an Eze. From my understanding, I have an Arsenal brother in it. So,
same.
yeah. He's actually honestly. This is not coming out from my. He's actually disappointed that he's got an Eze. He wanted a winger so badly. Right now, you've got an Eze, and it looks like you might not get a winger. Let me.
Trossard re-signed.
110.
Let me finish one point. Yeah, all I'm gonna say is I didn't think we're gonna get Eze, so who knows who else is coming next? That's all I'm gonna say because I have no idea.
No one does. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of this transfer window. That's the whole point of this transfer window. To all fans, all right? These people that say they know for a fact, they did not. They did not. This is the year that people on social media really need to look at themselves and how they've acted and with the news that they've been given. Because, you know, even Dan, remember and also Cookie, we were talking about Eze. I said, if he ain't lifting the shirt, he ain't a player. I don't want to be a part of this conversation. And Dan was like, come on, man, you've got to talk about it just in case. I was like, okay, yeah, just in case. But the thing is, this year has shown the amount of frauds online saying that they know a club
you
and
can't
they
listen
know
to
as
it.
much as we do.
Yeah.
you know
right.
what? From the start as well, I always knew Eze was going to be an Arsenal player. I always had it in the back of my mind. Yeah, he's an Arsenal player.
Yeah, but everyone says that. That's confirmation bias, mate. We can say, people at the beginning of the season can say Tottenham were winning a trophy. Even George, my friend, when he said that, didn't believe it. He just said it for the TV.
I want to bring in Cookie here, man, because Cookie hasn't spoken for a while. Cookie's gone to sleep.
Cookie.
Yeah, wake
No,
up, man.
I'm not asleep, man. I'm listening. It's all right. I'm listening to the different different versions. But at the end of the day,
Cookie, how do we refocus? How do we refocus? Because that was the question.
As far as refocusing is concerned, all you've got to look forward to is you saw a performance against PSG the other week. And I think what you're going to see throughout the season, right, is that when we play the better teams, right, Thomas Frank will set up that way, right? So when we're away to an Arsenal, when we're away to a Liverpool, when we're away to a City, yeah, and so on and so forth, even some games when we're at home to certain teams, I think you'll see him set up, yeah, like he did against PSG, yeah, trying to hit people on the break, trying to nick a goal here and there, making sure he's solid. When you're playing your Sunderlands and, you know, anything I would say from 8th downwards, yeah, you'll see Archie Gray, you'll see Bergvall, yeah, and that is how that he will try and progress the youngsters. When he thinks that he can beat a team with the youngsters in the team, he will play the youngsters, and then he'll rest the Paulinias and your Bentancurs and whoever he may want to rest for the bigger games. So he's got those players for those games to try and nick points. Yep. I think that's where this season's going.
Yep.
And I think that's what people should expect.
Yep, I agree. Cookie, the good thing about Frank, and this is the one thing I like about Frank from what I have seen from pre-season is pre-season, from the 2 competitive performances, and you've got to realise we're only on game week 1. I like the fact that Frank rotates. I like that, and I think you will see more of that, because that's what, again, going through his Brentford spell, that's what he did at Brentford. That's how you develop players. You put the Archie Grays and the Berryvals and that into the, I'm not going to say they're not a threat, but the least threatening teams. And then what you do is you bring the big guns in the big games. Like I say, I mean, here's the thing. We're only on game week 1. What happens? I'm not going to say, okay, here's the thing. What happens in 9 games from now, right? 9 games from now, we've only lost 2 or 3 games. That's not bad. That's not bad for Spurs. You know, it's bad for a City or a Chelsea or an Arsenal. And also, you've got to realise we're Spurs. We are Spurs. And I completely agree with you, Cookie, 100%. I'm just here looking at this going, I want to see how this works. I support my club. Done it for 30 years. No transfer window, no manager, no owner is going to stop me from supporting the club that I love. And I'm going to watch those games, and I'm going to wait, and I'm going to assess. Yeah. I think that's quite rational. I think rational.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And I think once the dust settles with this SA thing, people will eventually calm down. Yeah, it's just very raw, isn't it? For so much anger, frustration.
I remember the Emmanuel Petit one, man. I remember the Emmanuel Petit. Everyone was fuming. And then all of a sudden, years later, we win a European trophy, which everyone was telling us we would never win. Everyone was telling us. Everyone was telling us.
Very lucky.
Yeah, but it's a football match, mate. It's a football match. We won the football match.
You got
yeah, but it's a football match. Yeah, but it's a football match. We won it. It's done. Right?
Still got very lucky.
Yeah, but we won. It doesn't matter. We won. With PSG, you got to realise, we took PSG to pens. We played well.
They had 2 weeks training session.
What are we arguing about here?
Yeah, but Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is about Tottenham's performance. No, I did say. Yeah, but we took PSG, which is an amazing team, which did not lose to any English team. We took them to pens, right? And that for everyone here was saying we would lose 3-0. We didn't. We went in against Burnley. We had great team play. Okay, it's Burnley, but I'm still going into the season. I'm not saying that we're winning the league and we're going to win an FA Cup and we're going to do this. I'm just saying, based on the performances with the players that we have, I'm not going to lose my head over it.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I'm not an Arsenal fan. I don't go crazy. I'm not saying we're winning the league.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying fair enough. That's your expectation. That's fair enough. I'm not saying anything. That's your expectation.
Fair enough.
Fair
enough, guys. Fair enough. Calm down. Calm down.
Can I ask the Arsenal fan this question?
Yeah, sure.
Obviously,
TJ, we're not going into Arsenal questions all night, mate. Come on.
Oh,
yeah, come on.
No, it's about
one more.
Yeah, just the last question, innit? Obviously, now you've got Eze. Do you think you're going to get over the line? Because generally, this should be the player that should. No,
I do not. Nope. Because of a dumbass of a manager.
Yeah, Arteta's the problem. It's simple as that.
That's
makes sense.
That's it.
Okay. I had another question for everybody. Let's have a look. Let's have a think now.
Let's go for it.
So, who are realistically can Spurs get now in this transfer window? I don't want to hear dibbling. It's not for me. Can people just give us some names?
I'll tell you one person.
Attacking midfielder that is as good as Eze, on that level or better. Who is out there in world football that Spurs can go and get?
Adeyemi, look, okay, cool. He's not attacking midfielder, but for the winger role, if we're not going to get Savinho, we should look to get Adeyemi. He's going to cost us less than Savinho. He can play the striker role. He can play the left wing role. He can play the right wing role. Going on to attacking midfielder. Sorry,
Angus, man. Sorry, mate. Sorry, TJ. Angus, you're very low. I can hardly hear you, man.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that's why when you speak, I have to push my earphone in.
Sorry, man. We want to be able to hear you clearly and stuff, yeah. Because cheers, man.
Yeah, shall I carry on? So Adeyemi would be the perfect. For me, perfect choice. I wanted Adeyemi over Savinho, in my personal opinion. But again, we're going through this proven talent, right? Now we're linked to Rodgers, right? Now I don't think that deal's going to get over the line, because if we're not going to be willing to pay whatever the price is, 70 million on it for Eze or whatever it is, right? How do you think we can get what is it called, Morgan Rodgers out of Aston Villa for? So I don't think that's realistic. The attacking midfielder role, there's not many on the market right now. It's a dry market. I don't have a player to replace attack. I'm a bit screwed with that attacking midfielder role, but we should be looking at Adeyemi. In my opinion, if I was in the board, I'd be saying, "Oh, we're not going to get Savinho. We're not going to get whoever you wanted on the wing. Go out and get Adeyemi. He's young. He's 24 or 23. He can play striker. He can play right wing. He can play left wing left wing. He can even play left back. I've seen him play left back as well, which is not his natural position, but he can do a job there. It's a no-brainer. We should be going out to get Adeyemi. I'm just surprised that nobody has spoke to Dortmund about him.
Okay, is he really as good as Eze?
No.
He's better. No, but he's not going to be playing in Eze's role. He's going to be playing in Savinho's role. He's better than Savinho, in my opinion.
No, he's not. I'm not having that. No.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Have you guys watched Dortmund play?
Have you watched Savinho?
Yes, I watched.
Have you watched Savinho play?
I've seen Savinho play. Yeah, of course.
TJ,
Of course, but Adeyemi is a really phenomenal talent, to be honest with you.
He might well be, TJ,
But he's
but
not
he
better.
ain't no Savinho, mate. Savinho lights the lane up, mate. Trust me, right? Listen,
Adeyemi,
this is one way that Daniel Levy can slightly atone, right, for what's gone wrong with Eze, right, today, TJ, right? He should now be going to City, right, and making them an offer that they cannot refuse. And get that kid out of there. He said he wants to come and play regularly. It's a World Cup year. Our left wingers are crap. Let's be honest.
I agree with you. But can I mention something?
For a left
can I mention something? But in my opinion,
TJ, let me just finish. TJ, let me just finish. I'm not saying Adeyemi, is not a talent. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying he's crap. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is Savinho comes in as Premier League proven.
That's true.
He comes in to do a job on the left wing. Now, you see how Kudos came in? Yeah? Everyone knew he was a talent. I've been reading in chats, don't you worry, Kudos will fall off. He may well do if confidence falls out of the team. But all the while, he's taking the piss out of people like he did the other day against Burnley. Yeah, with his little bits and pieces that he does.
Showboating.
He gets the heads turning in the crowd. Yeah. If you think Kudos is good at doing that, if and when this kid ever comes, Savinho, he will be, as long as he stays, the next ledge of White Hart Lane. That is how highly that I regard Savinho.
How much do you think you'll pay?
Brilliant.
No, my point was he's going to look to get 80 million for Savinho firstly. My issue is with... Oh, sorry, say that again?
It can be 95 million in my opinion.
Maybe, My biggest concern with Savinho, and maybe it's just I like the way Adeyemi plays, and I've always thought he's a phenomenal talent. You know, he hasn't proven much in the Premier League. He hasn't got given the game time as well. That's another issue that.
Yeah, but if you look at him at Girona, watch him at Girona. I've watched when he was linked. I watched about 16 games. No, he doesn't score, but he don't have to score because Kudus didn't score in Burnley. He was a feeder for our strikers. Savio would be great, and he is not.
Have you looked at Adeyemi's numbers as well?
I don't need to look at numbers. I don't do stats. I do eye
No,
test.
it's not just based on stats.
No, don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Let me finish. I watch the Bundesliga. I watch La Liga. I don't watch French Ligue 1. I watch La Liga, Bundesliga, and the Premier League. These are three leagues that I know very well. Would he be a good addition at Spurs? If no one else is there, I agree with you. The only thing that I disagreed with you is he is as good or better than Savio. He is not. His first touch isn't as good. His passing isn't as good, and his weight of pass isn't as good. If he is being signed at Tottenham, I'm not going to be like, oh, he's shit, because he's not shit. He's good, but he is not as good as Savio. That's the only
question I will ask you. The question I would ask you. Okay, cool. If Savinho is the player that you say he is, right? How far off is Adeyemi from that player? So I understand the way you look at things.
2 steps down. 2 steps down. Yeah, thank you.
And what? Okay, so if he's 2 steps down, perfect. Okay, cool. Now I'm understanding where you're seeing it. Now we've got a manager like Franken. He fits the young profile of this player that we need, right?
We don't want another youngster coming in, man. We want 2 serious players before the end of the window.
But Savinho's a youngster as well.
No,
yeah,
but
he's a bit more established, isn't he?
How? He hasn't done nothing. But that right there, that statement that you made is a lie. He's not more
What's his name?
established
No, it's not.
than Adeyemi.
Not
Adeyemi is
but
more
we know
established.
we know Savinho. We know him. We know
But
what he can do. We've seen him. Yeah, he's better than
We've-
Tell. He's better than Odeberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's an
and
upgrade
Adeyemi
to
is
our
better
first
than
team.
Tell, better than. I disagree with this point.
I wouldn't turn him down. I wouldn't turn him down, but we need to do better than that, TJ. That's what I'm trying to say. We need to do
that's
better.
the only contention, TJ.
I think
I'm not saying he's a
Adeyemi is
bad
better
player.
than Johnson, better than Tell, better than all the players that we have. In a realistic world, we should get both. How about that? We should have gotten Adeyemi instead of Tell, in my opinion.
Okay,
It would have cost us
That ain't
45 million.
where the cookie crumbled, mate.
Fair enough. So,
Sir?
what other names, guys? What other names in this? You know, we're going to go for, right? What's realistic?
Well, we mentioned that
Attacking
it's a
midfielder.
Luki fella from Monaco, isn't there? But he's an attacking central midfielder, but he's also plays off the right as well. Do we need that now?
PSG want him as well. So
it's all right if you're going to play him as the attacking midfielder, and he can cover the right side as well. So is that a bonus?
Is that enough? Is that enough? Will the fan base be happy with that player?
I don't know, mate. I don't
people
know.
in the
He's an
chat.
up-and-coming youngster. Well, not youngster. He's 23. He's proven himself as such. Yeah, he's one of them that fits the profile. Yeah, for Levy. It's if Levy's ambitious enough to go and get him.
I want to hear from people in the chat about this guy. Yeah, will you be happy with this guy if he came in? I got a feeling no, but we'll see. There's a lot of people talking this player up, right? They reckon he's going to be the next big thing, right? I don't know how much he's going to cost. I don't know. I don't know enough about him.
They're saying 70 million euros, and PSG in talks with him as well.
Angus, what do you think of that player?
Akalouche, very good player. Very good player. I like him a lot. Very good player.
See, okay. I think someone just made the comment. If you could go and get an Akalouche as a centre midfielder, you know, you're attacking midfielder, and you still went and got Savinho, then when you went bang, all of a sudden you look at the team sheet and it says Savinho, Akalouche, and Kudos. You go, all right, I'll have some of that.
I'll be that.
Not long ago, put a player's name into the pocket.
Yeah.
What about Kobe Menu from Man United? What do you think about him?
He's not leaving.
Personally, he's an England international, right?
Mm-hmm.
So surely he betters our team. Would you not say?
I would take him. I would take him over.
I don't think he'll leave Man United. I don't think so.
That's the problem.
I don't think he will either. But yeah,
no.
It's
like when people were talking about Rafa Leao, and I'm like, he's not leaving AC Milan. He's not. He's not. But it's a really weird question, Dan, and I disagree with TJ saying there's no players on the market, because here's the thing: there are multiple leagues in multiple countries, and that's what our scouts are for. I'm told that we've got scouts in every league, apparently. Here's the thing: we could all run off names like Kobe Manu, Rafa Leao, Lookman, all of these, but are they realistic? Yeah. Fofana, are they willing to leave their teams? I don't know. That's the thing. It's one of these things. Was like running off names is all good and fun. We could do that, but are they willing to come to us, and are they willing to leave their team? Because those are two different questions. Are they willing?
Guys,
to
got a super chat. Big up to Cat Funt. Anthony Gordon.
I like Anthony Gordon.
Cheers for the super chat, mate. Thank you.
But he's not leaving Newcastle, not after he sacked stuff. He's not leaving.
They want 100 million plus. He's not leaving Newcastle.
Yeah, we'd love him.
Not leaving. I'd love him. He won the Euros. He knows how to win.
But he wasn't a part of the Euro squad. He wasn't there.
Yeah, but you got to realise though. But that's still the money though, and also in the way that Newcastle are, they're just. I'm not doing the Gokares celebration. And don't you click?
I was wondering that for a second.
Yeah, no, Newcastle are like this with their players right now. They are like this with their players right now because you've got players going, and I don't understand modern football, man. I was before this social media stuff, that people are going on social media actually saying, I'm not playing for this club. What kind of world are we living in? So when Dan says to me, what names? Do you know what? I have no idea. I have no idea, man. No idea. No idea. I don't know any names that would want to leave their club and come for Tottenham. I know some that would like to leave their club, but to come to Tottenham, I don't know. Because people were saying Jack Grealish, and I was like, no, he wants to stay up north. You know, he's got a bird. He's got a house up north. Why would he? He's got money, bro. Why would he want to take all of that, uproot it, and come to London? But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I don't have any players. I'm going to put my hands up. I don't have any players.
Okay, let's go to the chat. Can anyone see anyone in the chat they're coming up and with any names that they'd be happy with
Let's have a
to
look at it.
save the window?
Bobby Andrews has said Asensio and Lee Kang, who scored the goal against us for PSG. Cheaper options. Both walk into our first 11. Pretty much spot on there. Dan,
Matoma, what about Matoma? Matoma might be a good option.
Is he going to go for Matoma? He's 29 now, isn't he?
Yeah, look, I'm only providing you with names, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Names, because we're so desperate. This is what happens when you're a desperate club. You will take anybody.
This is what happens all the time. This is what happens all the time. Timo Werner, mate.
The biggest
Timo
problem
Werner.
is
Do I need to say anything more?
Until you get rid of Voldemort up the top, nothing's going to change at your club.
Danny Olmo.
Nothing will change.
No,
I would
we know
love him,
that.
but
We know
Danny
nothing
Olmo,
will
realistically,
change. But they're not.
I would love him, but realistically, we won't get him.
Daniel was not.
Realistically, we won't.
What about Sanchez?
If we do, wow.
Daniel Harris is spot on. It's just going to be dibbling, isn't it?
Well,
You just know it. You just know it, man. We're going to go and spend 50 quid on a kid that can dribble a ball a little bit and do nothing else.
That's my biggest issue. That's my biggest issue. That's why I'm not subscribing to this dibbling stuff. I would rather have Adeyemi or players that can improve, in my opinion. I don't think dibbling is good enough for Tottenham.
It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable, guys. If it's dibbling, no way is standing for that. That is a joke. That is a joke. And this is it with looking on social media, guys. It's a load of rubbish, load of shit. Yeah, you can't believe anything.
Jonag has said Xavi Simons, but Xavi Simons has made it clear he's hanging out for Chelsea. He don't want to go anywhere else. Spurs have inquired in the last couple of days about Xavi Simons, and he said no.
I've got a really toxic player I might mention, but I don't really want him to come to Tottenham. What about Greenwood?
No.
Well, you know. You said this, and I thought on my show this morning.
Man. Come on, someone better than that, man.
Bloke, and then
I'm talking about better players, TJ. TJ, come up with some better players. What are these players?
What players are out there that we can get?
TJ, you said a Borussia Dortmund player. What about Julian Brandt?
I don't think they will let him go for cheap. Yeah, I don't think they will let him go. Realistically, I'm working with.
It's not about cheap. What about? Yeah,
Julian realistically, when I'm naming out players like example Kobe Menu, Adeyemi, I'm looking at. We couldn't even get Eze.
Yeah, but that's
so there's no way we're going past 60 million.
Yeah, but that's by the by. I'm not asking about the money, but what about Julian Brandt as a solid 10?
He could do a job. Yeah, it's a fair play, fair assessment. He could do a job. That's a good player.
Do you think that because we've done business with the German league before, as we all know, but Julian Brandt is a good 10. Whether he's two things: whether he's willing to leave or not. So, what do you think?
It will cost us around 70 million. That's a fact.
But that's fine.
I don't think Dortmund will allow him to go for less than 70 million. And he would definitely improve Tottenham's squad right now. We need an attacking midfielder. We're desperately.
Well, that's an option, and this is what the club should be doing, right? Going out and getting the next best thing.
Here's another
Who
option
else?
that I think's available, and the people in the chat might be able to tell me. I don't know too much about him. I've seen his name mentioned. I think he's a left winger. I don't know if he moves in or not. I think he's a left winger. Yildiz.
Oh,
Not heard.
He's absolutely pony.
Well, the Turkish
I don't
player.
rate him. Yeah, I don't rate him.
Some rate him,
Always
some
good.
don't. I've just seen the name. I haven't seen much of him. I don't know what.
I don't rate him. Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
So who do you
I
rate
think
then? Who do you rate? Who do you actually rate then if you don't think Yildiz is good?
Who are you
I've
asking
just
that
named
to?
players that should be able to come in. I've named about 6 players already. I think
But
they
you
will
don't think-
improve Tottenham's squad.
You have Johnson, you have Tell, you have all these players.
They're
You
not
don't
good
think-
enough.
Who at the moment now, in the situation we're in now, 11 days to go, who's turning their nose up at Harvey Elliott?
I'm actually
Apparently,
not.
Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank will.
I'm just saying, who is though? With the situation we're in now, we know we need a midfielder.
I'd like him.
I think
I'd like
he will
him, but
improve our.
Thomas
I think
Frank
he will
won't
improve our
take him.
squad right now.
He would.
Yeah.
Thomas Frank won't take him. He's got,
Why?
like to quote Thomas Frank.
He doesn't
He
like
has an
dickheads.
he's got an anti-dickhead policy. That's why Yves Bissouma, Frank has a very short wick for dickheads, right? Very short wick, right? For example, this is why we will never sign Garnacho. He's just like, no, I don't want that bullshit. He wants to manage a squad, no headaches, no social media bullshit. In the time of Thomas Frank, right, I haven't heard any social media bullshit from any of his players. I really haven't. Like, Brentford is one of those, I'd like to use the word conservative when it comes to news. I like Harvey Elliott as a player. I really do. I rate him. Again, I watched every game when he played the Euros under 21. He is a bloody baller. But the noise from this club's fan base about a stupid video he posted about Harry Kane and him just being a knob end.
Yeah, but what else?
cause
What else
too
has he
much.
done? Guy, what else has Harvey Elliott done that you know that makes him a dickhead? What do you know?
Apart from that, nothing. Apart from that,
Okay.
nothing.
So isn't that a bit harsh?
But can you
Not from me.
get over
I
that,
don't
though?
care about that stuff. I don't care about that stuff.
You're talking about Frank now. He's not going to like that. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that a lot of what I said was a lot of fans won't like it. That's the thing. It's the
fans.
like I say, I would like him in a heartbeat. I have no problem with Harvey Elliott. I have no problem even with Yves Bissouma. I don't care about what he does off the pitch. It's what on the pitch I care about. I would like Harvey Elliott, but I just don't see it happening. I just don't. If it does, I'm cool. I'm cool. If it doesn't, like I say, a lot of my Spurs friends do not like him at all. And that's
Weren't he supposed to go abroad, Harvey Elliott? Weren't he close to going to
RB
somewhere?
Leipzig.
Where? Sorry?
RB Leipzig.
Yeah. What it fell through, did it?
I don't know if it fell through.
Hoyland, did it?
Yeah, he's supposed to be going to Napoli. Am I wrong about that?
What about Paqueta, guys? Would you take him at Spurs?
There's no chance of us getting two West Ham players.
Oh, but if it happens, I'll love it, mate. I'll love every minute of it. Paqueta's good.
That happens.
He's not great,
Okay, cool.
but he's
Realistically,
good.
I think Paqueta will be a very good signing for Tottenham. That's a good name, right? But realistically, how much do you think we would have to spend to get him out of West Ham?
It's the same amount. How you ask? How'd you get Jared Bowen out of West Ham?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And if we're not willing to go for Savinho, and we're not willing to go for Eze, and we're not really, so we have to be a bit realistic with who we're going to go for. I think Harvey Elliott. If you asked me this 2-3 weeks ago, I would have said hell no.
I said,
But we're desperate. Oh, okay, cool, fair enough. But we're desperate, you know. I feel like a stripper asking for £5 tips right now. On a serious note, because
pause.
Whoa.
No one else feels like that than you, man. No. Hey,
no, I definitely do right now. You know what? Our club has been run out. Like, we've been run through, man. Like
Oh,
literally,
no!
I would. I look back to football. But
Oh,
generally, Harvey Elliott, as much as
God.
he's not going to improve us massively. I think with the players we're linked to, he could be a good option. That's
Because
my
he's
opinion.
going to improve
TJ, he
us
won't
massively.
improve us
Madison is
massively.
out.
No, I don't think he
Harvey
will.
Elliott's a
I
winner.
wouldn't.
Harvey Elliott's a winner. How would he not improve you massively?
Okay, cool. Just name our squad right now. If we've got Bergval, we've got Papa. Okay, he's better than Papa Sa, in my opinion. Is he better than Bentancur?
Different player, TJ. TJ, we're talking
But-
about attacking midfielder.
But you're talking about the player level of the. You're talking about the player level. I don't think he's up there like.
Did you see the
we
Euros? Did you see the Euros?
Guys, one at a time. One at a time.
I don't rate him the way you're rating this guy. I don't think he's as good as you say he is. I think Kobe Main. Okay, cool. Put it like this. I think Kobe Manu is a better player than Harvey Elliott.
Oh my God.
Don't you agree with that?
Nope. Not a
Different player
chance.
again. There's a different player. I think
Different
they're
player.
different.
Different players.
Different
isn't
type of player. Yeah. Give us another comparison, TJ.
All right, cool. Let's. Okay, cool. Put it like this. Good comparison. Madison. Is he better than Madison? I don't think so.
Harvey Elliott, yeah.
Madison's injured for the whole year, pretty much.
Is he better? Is he a better player than Madison? You're not talking about if he's injured. You're talking about if he's
Madison
better.
isn't playing.
He's not
We
a
have to
better
talk
player
about
than
this
Madison
season.
right now.
He's,
But
he's not a better player than Madison, right?
now, but Madison's out. So we
Yeah.
need something.
So we're looking to improve, right? So if he's not better than Madison, is he
could
better
get
player
better.
than?
He could get better,
He's
TJ.
better
This
than
is-
someone on the bench.
How old is he? He's around 25, right?
No,
He's 23.
no, he's young.
24, 25?
He's 23.
23.
Yes, they're enough the same, around the same age. 24,
he's one-
25 is near enough the
No,
same
it's
age.
not.
No, it's not.
Man's just 28, 29. What are we doing here?
I asked how old is Harvey Elliott, and I said, is he 24, 25?
Someone
you said
should
he's
know
23.
now.
He's
Someone-
23, and you said how old is Madison? And I said 28, 29.
No, I'm not talking about Madison. I'm talking about Harvey Elliott.
Which is 23, 24.
Yeah, exactly. And I just said he's around 24, 25. So what's the difference?
Anyway,
TJ,
moving
what's
on from that.
Yeah, let's move on from that. So, Harvey Elliott, guys, yeah, we'll take him, right?
Yeah,
Of course,
100%.
100% we would take him, right? So that is an option, yeah? So Spurs should be looking at it.
How much do you think it's going to cost? That's the question I have.
50 million.
Let's have a look. Because your numbers are way off. Let's have a look. Also, we've got to check his wage as well, right? So Harvey Elliott is roughly marketed, depending on which website, 30 to 35, which means they're going to ask about 40 to 45, which is doable. What's his wages? Let's have a look. You two speak when I check out his wages.
So 45 to 50, that's what I'm hearing, right? I think that's doable.
Okay.
Is there anybody better than Harvey Elliott on the market right now? That's another
Of course,
question.
there's always someone better.
Yes, that's it, from
who is
Bilbao.
it?
It's
Like
all
who?
about, look, at the end of the day, right, it's all about
He's on
it's all
40
about
grand a
what
week.
payment structure can be agreed
Yeah.
with these players. That's what it is. It's not about can we afford 50 million. It's if it falls into Daniel Levy's payment bracket, of what he pays the player. So that should be okay for Elliott. Yeah,
40 grand a
But it
week
says
he's on. 40
Liverpool
grand a week.
will accept what Daniel Levy is prepared to pay per year, per transfer window, per contract, per whatever it is. And if it's not suitable for Daniel Levy, 50 million or not, they won't buy him.
Mm.
Klarna settings.
It's as simple as that.
True. Very true. Right, guys. Final thoughts of the night. We're gonna shut down in 5 minutes. Anyone want to say anything? How are you feeling about the weekend, Saturday? Let's do that. Let's talk about the City game.
I'll go quickly because I'll be quick. I'm looking forward to the game. It's on my birthday. It's on my birthday.
Going,
I'm looking forward to the game. No, I'm not going all the way up to Manchester on my birthday. I'm going to watch it in a nice pub with my family.
Happy birthday, mate, for Saturday. Happy birthday, mate.
Thanks, man.
So look, what about the game, mate? What you thinking? How do you think it's going to go?
Look. With this new Manchester City, you know what? A comfortable draw, I'll be happy with. Just a point. If we smack them up like we usually do, very happy. Now we're going against the big boys, right? Burnley are little boys pretending to be big boys. Man City are big boys wanting to be bigger boys. So let's go out there and put all of our blood, sweat, and tears onto the pitch. You know what I mean? And I'll leave it there.
So what was your prediction?
A draw. I think it'll be a nice draw.
I can't see it being a draw. I've got to be honest, I can't. But fair enough. Fair enough. TJ, mate, Man City game.
I think we're going to win 2-1.
Why?
I just have a feeling that Tottenham's going to turn up. I think Frank is going to develop that 5 at the back system. And it's going to be a surprising event for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to realize, well, look, I still believe we're going to finish 12th. Just because I'm saying we're going to win against Man City doesn't mean I'm very hopeful through the season. But I just feel like with the way we're playing, we're in form. So I can hope that it can be 2-1. Sorry, say that again.
Did you not see how the way Man City played last week? You think it did 2-1?
Yeah, but did you watch us play against Paris Saint-Germain?
So what?
Man, it was a draw.
Did you watch us last week as well?
And
did you watch us against Arsenal? You know, my point is this, innit? You can only play what's in front of you. You can only play what's in front of you, and I hope that we can win 2-1. I just have a feeling we're going to win 2-1. That's my opinion. If you disagree with my opinion,
yeah,
you can disagree with my opinion.
Teacher, that's fine, man. I want to hear from Angus. What do you reckon is going to happen, mate? What was your
2-1 Man City? I can't lie. 2-1 Man City.
And why do you think that?
I think they're just going to be too strong for you, especially in the middle of the park.
And Angus, if we win, I hope you wear a Tottenham top, and I can put. You know what? Let's put a bet down.
And why would I do that? No, I don't want to. Why would I do that? Why would I want to?
Arsenal fan, and I'm willing to put my head on the line, and I'm on social media.
That's haram. That's haram.
Guys, calm down, man. Calm down.
Yeah.
Come on.
If we win against Man City, I'll win. I don't win nothing. But if we lose, I'll wear an Arsenal top. How about that?
What, on your own channel?
On my own channel.
So what's Angus going to do then?
You have to wear a Tottenham top.
We'll come on to us.
I haven't even got Tottenham tops. Why would I wear one?
I'll ship you one.
I'm good, thanks.
Let's move on. Look, so I just want to finish off from Angus. You reckon it's going to be 2-1 City? You just think they're just stronger than us?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to base your argument on that, or just
Haaland? That's it. Just Haaland. I think he's just going to torment your defense, in my opinion, because from what I saw against Wolves, he's looking fired up for this season. I can't lie.
Okay.
And that's it.
Fair enough. And Cookie, mate, what do you reckon Saturday? How's it going, this game? And people in the chat as well, what do you reckon? Give us predictions.
I'm pretty much set that as long as the players are available, that he'll set up like he did against PSG. I'm of a different thing to Angus. I'm a bit like TJ. You can only play what's put in front of you. All this old bollocks about they only had 2 weeks off. They played Chelsea 3 weeks before. If they've had their 3-week break, Angus, you can rub your head. They're professional footballers, right? They're fit, right? They're only coming back to training to top up again to get match fit, right? It's not like they've been off sunning on a sunbed for 8 weeks, because they haven't been, right? So I'm not saying they was 100%. What I'm saying is that Frank implemented a way to negate PSG in that game, right? And it was successful for 75 minutes, right? That don't mean Spurs are brilliant. in any way, shape, or form. But he set the team up to do that. And I think that set a precedent for the season, right, with what he's got. Now, if better players had come in moving forward in the front line, you might see that would have changed. But he is going to set up like that against your Cities, against your Arsenals, against your Liverpools, against maybe even your Newcastles and your Villas. He might well do that. And then when he's playing lesser teams, he will bring the younger players in and take his chances that they will get the job done for him. That is how this season is going to pan out. It's obvious. You can see it a mile off. What else can the geezer do with what he's got? All he can do is be solid, or be as solid as he can, and hope that whoever's playing in those forward positions can take a chance or two. What other way can he play against the big teams? He's got nothing going forward.
He's got nothing. No, you're right, Mark. It is worrying, isn't it? Yeah, it is worrying. And I just think we'll see the same pattern against PSG and Man City. You know, they're going to be on it, man.
By the way,
Angus,
I'm not having a go at you, by the way. I'm just giving me point of view of,
Right.
you know, they
Right,
haven't been on the
don't-
beach for months. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know,
Right, do you know
I
what,
just mentioned something small, and Frank has a good record against Man City as well, so that plays a part. Tottenham has a good record against Man City. All of these things play a part. We're in form right now. That's why I think we're going to win. But that's
we're
just
going to go
what I
for a
wanted to
back
add.
three. Do you reckon, guys? Back three against City?
Yeah, we're going to do what
with
we've done at
wing-backs?
PSG, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What with good wing
don't
backs?
forget as well. Don't forget as well, right? You got to remember, you got the Danzo missile. If we're playing three at the back, they're going to be launching that in, right? I know it's, you know, from corners, we look a lot more threatening from set pieces.
100%.
Right? So he's going to use that. He's going to use those tactics to the best that he can to his advantage. What else can he do? What else can he do? And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see all that type of stuff. And I'm sorry, if you go to Man City, hold them out and win 1-0 from a set piece, Arsenal style, I'll take that at the moment.
Of course you do, man.
Yeah.
You take it all
It's
day
3
long.
points,
But
isn't it?
yeah, of course you do. But it's just the frustrating thing is you ain't managed to get any signings in for this game. And it's it's just such a missed opportunity, right? We missed opportunity again in the Super Cup against PSG. Didn't get these players in. These players should be here before the season started. And this is just what infuriates me, guys. It really does. But I think we'll be competitive against City. But I just think, in the end, I think they'll just have too much for us. I just don't see how we're going to get up the pitch other than Kudos. Yeah, I just don't know what our set piece is yet. We could be a threat, but you know the team have got to be on it. Like, and
They have to turn up, Dan. They have to turn up.
And then there's the record against City, which we've got a very good record. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost. I wouldn't be surprised if we win. It's one of those, isn't it, with City? Look, in the chat, there's different predictions. 3-0 City. Daniel said 3-0 City. Alex has said 2-1 Spurs. Let's have a look. A couple more in there. 4-0 City. SJ. And a 3-0 to City. Cherky Reinders. Cook session.
Yeah, Reinders is an amazing player. He's doing
Can I ask,
so
who's
well at
the
City.
Man City player you most worried about inside? Who's the player for Man City you most worried? Who is the player for Man City you're most worried about?
Well, there's many, isn't there?
Haaland.
There's loads. Reinders, Cherky, Haaland, Marmouche.
Not just one. And this is a reason. This is a reason why he will play like he did against PSG or very similar. He'll be trying to shut down all the creativity that they've got. That's what he's got to try and stop. He's got to be having Bentancur nicking every second ball like he did against PSG. He's got to have Paulinho screening the 3 or the 5. He's got to be doing that. I don't know what else the bloke can do. I feel so sorry for him because if he had those creative players, if he had those extra 2 in, you'd see a different performance.
I think Papa is going to be so important.
In what he can do.
Yeah.
I don't know what we expect from him. All he can do is set up how he did and hope that that works. And I think his major thing is, you know, again, what we always say, go out there, wear the shirt, give it the best you've got, and I don't think anyone will ever complain.
Exactly.
But
I
that
agree,
performance has got to be there. So if that's
Yep.
the only way they can do it, by showing effort and pressing and blocking them out and frustrating them and
Fighting.
doing whatever they've got to do to stop them, yeah, there's nothing to say we can't go down and get a set piece, or, you know, it bobbles around and we're not one in.
Yeah.
No?
To quote Cammy, we need to fight like beavers. We need to fight like beavers.
Oh, look in the chat. Wayne's 4-1 City. Just have a look here. Any more? Let's have a look. People talking about PSG. We're not match fit. Let's just go for there in the chat. Any more in there? Can't see any. Right, guys, I've got to wrap it up. Big up to everyone in the chat. Thanks for coming over from the Spurs 5. Please smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, much appreciated. Also, please subscribe to the Cookie to Mark show. I'll get the link up. Please subscribe to TJ as well. Big up, guys, for coming on. Cheers, Angus. Cheers, Guy. Big up, Sheriff earlier as well. Good night, everybody.
Dan, can I
good
just
night,
say,
everyone.
Dan, can I just say before we go, if you don't mind, Dan, 9:30 in the morning, the breakfast brunch for anyone who's in the chat, who's about in the morning on the 2 Mark
You're my
show.
morning radio.
9:30 breakfast brunch. Please join us over there in the morning. We carry on this conversation for an hour in the morning. Thank you very much. Thanks,
people. Go and give Cookie a watch, please, guys. Give him a sub if you haven't. Much appreciated. And that's it, guys. Good night to everybody, and take care of yourselves. And as always, come on, you Spurs. Leave you out. Nick out.
Leave you out.
Leave you out.